What's going on, everybody? Yours truly here, and today I wanted to ask the question, is NBA Live 18 on the rise? Now, I know there isn't a demo out for us to test that theory out for ourselves, but from what we've seen, can we tell if the game has had a major improvement since the last one or a slight improvement? Starting with the gameplay. Now, a major problem with NBA Live has always been the gameplay. It's always been said it was too stiff or the game just didn't feel smooth enough. And I felt like this was the case with NBA Live 16. When you drive to the basket, there will be no bumping animations, no collisions, but as you can see on the screen here, there's all types of collisions with body contact. When you're driving to the paint, you might fall, as you've seen with DeMar DeRozan. And I mean, just from what we've seen on the gameplay aspect, it looks really good. You know, they added a lot more animations. The game looks like it plays a lot more smoother now. From looking at it, it actually looked like it flows like an NBA game in terms of what would actually happen on the court. You know, stuff that you notice right off the bat is collisions when you're going to the basket looks more realistic. Driving past an opponent, you know, there's body contact of your player actually trying to get by them. And not to mention ankle breakers, they actually look realistic, and the way the defender falls on defense, all that looks good. And I've also heard that defense is actually a factor in this game now too, unlike previous NBA Live games. Now, I always say don't judge a book by its cover, but from the looks of this is looking good. I can't wait to at least play the demo. That's the only way we're gonna be able to find out. Next thing that NBA Live did a great job with was doing something different with Rising Star, and that is called the One. In other videos, I've always talked about how Rising Star needs to be different because it's pretty much the same repetitiveness every time you play it. You play the game, look at your stats, and go into the next game. But this time, you got 3 paths that you can take: the Drew League, NBA, or take it to the streets. And this is just what NBA Live needed, a variety of things to do in their game, not just the same thing over and over, something that everybody can enjoy in a different way and in their own experience. And to add to the variety, they're also including player styles, which is kind of like basically archetypes on NBA 2K17, but I feel like this is probably going to work better than how 2K did it. To make a long story short, depending on what archetype you choose, you're going to play similar to that player, such as give and take Stephen Curry, get open Klay Thompson. And this is something that EA did a good job of implementing into their game so that not everybody's the same. They have their own play style, but they can still be dominant, you know, in other areas as well. Unlike 2K, you're just dominant in that one area. And not to mention that they're also going to be including the WNBA, as we've seen a leaked screenshot of that probably a couple months ago. But I mean, other than that, in terms of graphical improvements and the way the player models look, it all looks good. The gameplay improvements that they've made, like you can see that pass, it was a little high for LeBron and he had to jump up and get it. All that is just major improvements since the last NBA Live games that's been released. So yeah, this is only bits and pieces from what we've seen. You know, we've yet to get our hands on the game itself and play it. But in my opinion, everything that has been shown, I feel like EA is pulling all the right strings in order to compete with 2K. And you know, this game might not be the game to compete with 2K. It could be NBA Live 19. That's probably when they can get everything right, because they're not even using the Frostbite engine yet. And that's something everybody anticipated was about to be in the next game. But this NBA Live 18 game might be the game to make 2K get off of their relaxing chair and actually start pushing their game a little further than, you know, giving us a copy and paste. That's what people like to call it. But it took them a few games to get here, and I think they're doing a great job, so they just got to keep moving forward. That's all they can do. So in the end, I feel like NBA Live 18 is on the rise, just as long as they don't cancel no more games. But other than that, my name is yours truly. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, because it really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. If you didn't like the video, then leave a comment on how I can make it more enjoyable for other people. And if you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe, because just like liking the video really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. Other than that, I'm yours truly, and I'll see y'all in the next one.